Hi, my name is Peggy Dunn. Are you subconsciously holding yourself back from losing weight? How do you sabotage yourself around health and weight loss goals? Today, we're going to talk about ways we hold ourselves back, our limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are a common occurrence in many people's lives. These beliefs are self imposed limitations that we place on ourselves that prevent us from reaching our full potential. They manifest in ways from negative self talk to self sabotage. They have a significant impact on our daily lives. So, we're going to explore where they come from, how to discover them, and how they impact our present. So, what are limiting beliefs? Negative self beliefs that prevent us from achieving our full potential. Self imposed limitations that we place on ourselves, frequently without even realizing it. They can be formed from our past experiences, society's expectations, personal fears. They can take many forms. Some of them might include I'm not good enough, I don't have enough experience, I am fat, I'm too old to change, I'm not worthy of success. These different beliefs can impact every aspect of our lives, from our personal relationships to how we feel about ourselves to professional aspirations. They can prevent us from trying new things and pursuing our dreams. I worked with a client named Connie who had been struggling with her weight for many years. She tried all kinds of diets and exercise programs, but nothing seemed to work. She had a deep seated belief that she was just big boned and that there was nothing she could do about it. So together, we worked on the idea that weight loss was not just about counting calories or working out, but it was about changing the way we think about food and our bodies. As Connie worked through the program, she began to realize her limiting beliefs about her weight were holding her back. She had always believed she was just destined to be overweight, so she never really gave herself a chance. Through the program, Connie began to challenge her beliefs. She began to develop a more positive and empowered mindset. She learned that her weight was not just a result of her genetics or metabolism, but was a reflection of her habits and behaviors. She started to focus on making small but sustainable changes to her lifestyle, such as cooking at home rather than eating out, drinking more water instead of soda, going for walks in the evening after dinner. She started seeing progress and began to feel more confident in herself and her ability to lose weight. Now, there were still moments when a limiting belief would creep back in. She would begin to doubt herself and wonder if she was really capable of reaching her weight loss goals. She would worry that she would never be able to sustain her new habits and that she would end up right back to where she started. But she refused to let her limiting beliefs hold her back. Whenever she felt herself slipping into a negative mindset, she would remind herself of her progress and how far she had come. She would visualize herself achieving her goals and focus on the positive changes she was making. And her weight began to drop. She started feeling more energetic and confident. She realized it was her limiting beliefs that had been holding her back, and that she was capable of achieving anything that she had set her mind to. She reached her goal, her weight loss goals, and she felt a sense of pride and accomplishment that she had never had before. She had overcome her limiting beliefs and proved to herself that anything was possible with the right mindset and approach. Now, the journey wasn't easy, and there were many ups and downs along the way, but she learned that beliefs have a powerful impact on her life, and that by changing her mindset, she could achieve what she set out to do. So, where do some of these limiting beliefs come from? They can come from a variety of sources: society's expectations that can shape our beliefs about ourselves. For example, if we're constantly bombarded with messages that tell us we need to be thin, successful, wealthy to be happy, all those influences from TV, advertising, slogans, we begin to believe that we're not good enough if we do not meet these standards. A second one is our personal fears can contribute to the formation of limiting beliefs. For example, if we're afraid of rejection, we may begin to believe we're not capable of success or that we are unworthy of love and acceptance. Our past experiences can shape our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. If we've experienced failure or rejection in the past, we may begin to believe that we're not capable of success or that we are unworthy. One of the things I began noticing when I started listening to my internal conversation after that embarrassing, humiliating incident that turned everything around for me. If you missed it, go see last week's Facebook Live. Was I had gone on a diet so many times over the years that I no longer believed I could lose the weight. Every time I promised myself that this Monday I would really start dieting in earnest, there was this little voice inside that said, "Yeah, right. What makes you think this time will be any different? I've heard that before." And I'll talk more in future videos about how I overcame that internal critic inside. It's important to recognize that limiting beliefs are not reality. They're self imposed limitations that we place on ourselves. By understanding where these beliefs come from, we can begin to challenge them and replace them with more empowering beliefs. Discovering your limiting beliefs can be a challenging process. These beliefs are often deeply ingrained in our subconscious. Here's a few techniques you can help you identify your limiting beliefs. Journaling is one of the more popular ones. Journaling is the act of regularly writing down one's thoughts, feelings, and experiences. It can take many forms: stream of consciousness writing to bullet point writing, more structured journaling methods. The act of journaling can be useful for stress management, self reflection. As a personal coach, I personally recommend journaling with a purpose. It's a more intentional approach to journaling. One of the main differences between standard journaling and journaling with a purpose is the level of structure and intentionality involved. With journaling, there may not be a specific object or goal in mind. It may be more free-form, open-ended. Journaling with a purpose, on the other hand, involves setting specific intentions and goals for one's writing, which can help focus and direct the process. Another difference is the level of accountability involved. With free-form journaling, there's probably not any external accountability for one's writing. But journaling with purpose, there's often specific deadlines, commitments for achieving one's objectives. Both types are valuable tools for personal growth and self-reflection. Another technique is mindfulness. As you become aware of your feelings and thoughts, you can begin to identify those negative thought patterns and beliefs that are holding you back. And of course, the third one is hiring a coach or a therapist, which can be an effective way to uncover your limiting beliefs. They can help you explore your thoughts and your feelings in a safe and supportive environment. They can provide guidance on how to challenge and overcome your limiting beliefs. So, how do these limiting beliefs impact us today? They can prevent us from taking risks, trying new things, pursuing our dreams. It frequently leads to negative self talk, self sabotage, feelings of inadequacy, self esteem. For example, you may believe you're not good enough to pursue a certain career or to start a business. You may never take those necessary steps to achieve those goals. You may engage in self sabotaging behavior, which we will talk about next week, but you may be procrastinating or avoiding opportunities. They, those limiting beliefs can impact our relationship with others. If we believe we're not worthy of love or acceptance, we may have a hard time forming meaningful connection with others. We may push them away, engaging in negative self talk that impacts that interaction with others. Fortunately, it is possible to overcome limiting beliefs and live a more empowered life. I had a client named Jessica. She struggled with the weight since childhood. She grew up in a household where food was a way to show love and affection. Her parents often rewarded her with sweets or treats. And Jessica loved the attention and the treats. But as she got older, she started to realize her relationship with food was not healthy. She was always struggling with overeating and, of course, emotional eating. One day she decided she had enough. She wanted to lose the weight and live a healthier life. But she felt like there was something holding her back. She couldn't quite put her finger on it, but there was a belief that kept her stuck. So she started utilizing some of the techniques mentioned earlier, as well as other techniques that we went over together. She began to reflect on her childhood and the messages she received around food and her body. She remembered her parents telling her she needed to eat everything on her plate because there were starving children in the world. Anybody else? Uh-huh. She remembered feeling guilty if she didn't finish her meal, even if she was full. Through our work together and self-reflection, Jessica realized that this belief that she needed to finish everything on her plate was holding her back. She internalized this message as a child, and it became an ingrained habit that was keeping her from losing weight. So she started to challenge this belief. She started practicing mindful eating. She began to savor each bite, paying attention to her body, stopping when she felt full. She learned to trust her body's signals, let go of the guilt and shame that came with leaving food on the plate. As she continued to do the work, she began to see progress. She was slowly but surely losing the weight. She was also developing a healthier relationship with food, with herself. She realized that limiting belief, the need to finish everything on her plate, was just that. It was a belief. It was not a universal truth, and she was capable of changing it. She also had many ups and downs along the way, but she learned that the beliefs she grew up with had a powerful impact on her life. But by challenging them, she broke free from the patterns that kept her stuck. Some of the things she did was she challenged her belief. Let's say, for example, you've got a limiting belief that you're not good enough to start your own business. I used to have that one. Challenge this belief by asking yourself, why do you believe this? Is it based on past experiences or feedback from others? Let's look at the evidence that contradicts this belief, such as my skills and experiences. that made me qualified to start my own business. And I replaced it with one that, I have the skills. I had 15 years of counseling, several years of health coaching. I can do this. Practice self compassion. When I experienced self doubt, I realized it's normal to doubt myself, but it's okay to make mistakes. Rather than beat myself up, I became compassionate with myself. It's okay to feel scared. I reframed it. It's a learning curve. I'm capable of overcoming this. I'm smart. I can learn this. So I took action. Action is another important step. I started small by taking small steps towards my goal, even when they were scary or uncomfortable. And I slowly began to build my confidence and my belief in myself. I also changed who I hung around with. I started hanging around supportive people, people who believed in me, people who were positive and encouraging. And I began avoiding people who were discouraging, who were the devil's advocate, if you will. I began to read more, listen to positive podcasts. Another one is to seek professional help. A therapist or a coach can provide guidance as you work through these beliefs and develop strategies to overcome them. They can provide accountability and encouragement to help you stay on track toward achieving your goals. So, to summarize, limiting beliefs can have a significant impact on our lives. They can prevent us from achieving our full potential and living a fulfilling and empowered life. By understanding where these beliefs come from and taking steps to challenge and overcome them, we begin to unlock our full potential so we can reach these goals. You, uh, so, we're going to talk next time about ways that we self sabotage ourselves. That's one of the ways that limiting beliefs show up is through self sabotage. And we'll go more into that next week. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye. Have a joyful week.